Welcome to the November 2025 Head of School Message. Thanks for taking some time to be with me this month. I'm here in the K2 auditorium, complete with artwork from our K2 students in anticipation of Thanksgiving. This space gets lots of use all the time. It's the quintessential multi-purpose space. I've heard spaces like this referred to as a cathegematorium years ago. It definitely describes all the ways we use it at WC. Over the past month, we've had a few special events in here. Just a few weeks ago, our theater program shared our production of The Play That Goes Wrong. I've heard a lot of positive feedback on the play, thanks to all the students and staff who put this on for us. Also, I was thrilled to join lots of students and dads for Dads and Donuts. It's always a treat to feel the energy in the room and to connect with our dads to help each other become better leaders in our families. Several of our chapels held in here in October focused on the importance of service as an expression of our mission. It was an honor for me to share on this topic just a few weeks ago to challenge the students to see how valuable they are as God made them and how they can share their gifts that God has given them to, in turn, give life to others. During the final chapel of October, our Director of Spiritual Formation, Jake Ferrier, interviewed senior student Millie DeVinny about serving as students. As I've shared before, Millie was the visionary behind the Service Club and has led that effectively over the past few years. All of this is an intentional focus on our mission to develop the mind of Christ in students, equipping them to embody grace and truth as servant leaders for His kingdom. As we pivot to November, we have so many great ways to engage in service opportunities as a school. These include packing hope-filled shoeboxes for Operation Christmas Child and partnering with Grace Polaris for their food drive. Our service club continues to do great things at the Dream Center and through other projects. I hope you saw our recent social media post about Bright Ashu, one of our sophomore students who led a project to collect 2,335 items that she and her family delivered to 4 Delaware area fire stations to bless the local firefighters. Our students are living out our mission in ways that are meeting local and global needs. I'm rather proud of our students for showing us all that part of having the mind of Christ is having the hands of Christ too. Another way we're celebrating service this month is through hosting a Veterans Day breakfast on Tuesday, November 11th. I'm excited to say thanks to all those in our WC community who have served or are serving our country in the military. Veterans and current service members, on behalf of WC, I'd like to say a huge thanks to you for your sacrificial service. As we enter November, I'd like to ask you to consider remembering WC in your year-end giving. You can see our contact information for giving on the screen. Your generosity is making all these service opportunities and more possible. If you recall, service is a major emphasis in our strategic plan. Help us help our students do greater things. As we develop this discipline of service in them at a young age, our prayer is that it will flourish for the rest of their lives. As we enter this Thanksgiving season, I want to express my gratitude to the Lord and all the members of the WC community. May we all be intentional this month to express our gratitude in our relationships and in service to others. I remember when Lieutenant Governor Jim Tressel's book, The Winner's Manual, was released in 2008, when he was still the head coach of the Buckeye football team. He wrote extensively about cultivating an attitude of gratitude in the book. Here's an excerpt from the book that I hope inspires you this month. Because I feel it's important to remind our players about the importance of gratitude and instill it as an attitude during their quiet time each day, we ask them to write down one thing they're grateful for, regardless of what it is. It's the only thing we make mandatory. He goes on to say, cultivating an attitude of gratitude is like working on any other fundamental. You have to practice it. And it works with football players as well as with students on campus, business owners, moms at home, and cab drivers. We all need to keep reminding ourselves how fortunate we are. Perhaps this can spur us on to remind ourselves how fortunate we are, especially this month. Of course, speaking of Coach Tressel and heading into November, remind me that the game is just around the corner. I have faith this year. Even though the game's in Ann Arbor, it's time for a big W. Go Bucks. I'm grateful for you. Thanks for being a valuable member of the WC community. Let's serve out of an attitude of gratitude this month. Happy Thanksgiving. Go Warriors.